need to worry about Charlie Brown. After all, science shows that a person's character isn't really established until he's at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
The only thing wrong with Big Brother Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence, his stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game, never been able to keep a kite in the air, never won a game of checkers, and never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It truly is a dog's life. A life to live now. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face, Linus. Notice how it's been written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in his eyes. Yes, I would say this is the finest example of a failure face you'll liable to see in a long while.
Some days, I wake up early and watch the sun rise, and I think how beautiful it is, how my life lies before me, and I get a very positive feeling about things. For instance, this morning, the sky is so clear and the sun is so bright. How can anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late! Woo!
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must have met however. I don't know much about the past. I was there when it happened.
I think lunchtime is about the worst time of day for me. Having to sit here alone, of course, now that I think about it, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Having to sit there and think if anyone really missed me when I got out of bed. Then, there's night 2. Staying up and thinking if anyone really cares about me. And thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day and all those hours in between when I do all those stupid things. But lunchtime is definitely the worst out of all of them. Better see what I've got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say people who eat peanut butter are lonely. And when they're really lonely, the peanut butter gets stuck to the roof. Wow. Oh. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches, didn't they? Oh. There's that cute little redheaded girl over there. Oh, I wonder what she'd do if I asked her to have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on her face when it's laughing. There's an open spot next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I couldn't go over there and just sit and have lunch with her. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up! I'm sitting down. I'm such a coward. I'm so much of a coward, she probably wouldn't even think of looking at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. In fact, why doesn't she look at me? Is she so big and I'm so small that she's
No, think of that other dress, the one I wore to Lucinda's party. What I'm talking about was very light blue and it had a design embroidered around the waist. I remember. It looked like this. It had sleeves like this and skirt like this. Oh, and it's not like this. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes.
Lunchtime has to be the worst time of day. That cute little red-headed girl looking at me with this stupid bag on my head. She must think I'm the biggest fool alive. And on the other hand, she isn't looking at me. Maybe I could just take it off quickly and she'd never notice it. But imagine her face if she saw me with this on my head. Well, on the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, one more lunch hour with only 2,863 to go. No, I mean, we all have our little daydreams or ambitions or whatever you want to call them. I mean, there's one even I've had for a while, only I've never told anyone.
What? You can tell me.
Oh, no, it's not the sort of thing I should tell. No, I don't think I should.
Come on, please. I wouldn't give it away. Come on, please.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I would be so good at everything that all around school I'd be known as Flash. I like to be real athletic, so all around school I'd be known as Flash.
Hey, Frida, listen to this one.
What's the matter, Sally?
I don't know. I always jumped rope paper. Everything was fine. Then suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
I know! Give me my ball, you blockhead!
Beethoven had it nice.
A C? I got a C on my Kohler sculpture? How can anybody get a C on a Kohler sculpture? May I ask a question? Was it being judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it true that time look can be judged on a work of art? Or was it being judged by effort? If I was judged by effort, then I was judged unfairly. For I tried as hard as I could. Was I being judged of what I learned about this project? If so, were it then not you? My teacher also being judged on your capability to transfer your knowledge to me? Are you going to share my C? Well, perhaps I was being judged by our quality of clothing that are being used by our dry cleaning styles when we return our garments. Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my C?
Wah, 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 wah.
Thank you, Oathbar. Squeaky buckets crease. I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, vanilla, rocky road, or chocolate. I finally decided on fudge marble. Then I had to decide if I wanted a regular cup or sugar cup. I decided on sugar cup. So what happens? I walk out and drop the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today is my grandfather's birthday, Charlie Brown.
Really? How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being. Why is it? I always have my supper in the right dish, my drinking water out of the yellow dish. One of these days, I'm gonna have my supper in the yellow dish, my drinking water in the red dish. Life is just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing. And playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? An art, 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 art.
You fascinate me. What? What? What?
Alright, everyone, up for rock chasing!
Oh, good grief.
Come on, Snoopy. It's a magnificent day for chasing rabbits. The air is clear, the sun is shining, the fields of woodlands look open and inviting.
If it's such a good day, then why spoil it for rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy. Where's your spirit of adventure? What kind of dog are you anyways?
I'm a sleeping dog. Take it from here.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Wasting a perfectly good day like this? The air is clear, the sun is shining. Let's go out there and catch some big old rabbits.
Well, I guess she feels it now. Okay. Well, I guess she gets what she wants. She might as well get her money for it.
Out of place, Snoopy. Let's catch some big old rabbits again.
depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lean your head on your arm and just stare into space. This can go on for hours. And if you're super depressed, you may have to switch arms.
Go, go, go! Look out, look out!
Schroeder, what did you do with that picture I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
You touched my picture.
This has been a bad time for me. Maybe I'm lucky. Tomorrow will be a better day.
It's some parts of the world. Tomorrow's already today, and today is yesterday. So if tomorrow's already today, Charlie Brown, there's no way tomorrow could be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to be around.
Each family had a chain of command. And you want to know what's the lowest in the chain? Yes, it's the dog. The dog's the lowest on the chain. Do you understand? I said, do you understand?
They just hate it when you stare at them like this.
Where are you going, Linus?
Lucy's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says the sister's responsible for the education of her little brother. So she's teaching me. Boy, is she intelligent.
Come along, Linus. You see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
Wow, Lucy, I never knew this before. That's very interesting.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. And oh, you can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
Wow, Lucy, that's fascinating.
Lucy, I don't mean to interfere, but that's all nonsense.
And with those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things. Those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
That's right. They go around all day, tugging on each tiny seedling until it grows into a great tall blade of grass.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, good grief.
And this thing here is called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gets so much water. You see that bird? It's called an eagle. But since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And at Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Lucy, how could you say that? I'm sorry, but that is just
And live there, those little stars and planets make the rain that often showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that's wrong. Snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows around so it looks like it's coming down, but it actually comes up out of the ground just like grass. It comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
The bark to make the tree grow faster. Cause can make the wind blow, but can make the grass grow. So there you go. These are little known facts that now way the stars are blinking. But it could be a star. Schroeder, is that an airplane or a star?
It looks like a star, but it could also be a planet. Or even a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never know by just sitting here.
Where are you going?
Let's go get a closer look.
Sometimes I'd come up here after supper and listen to the sound of it. In my opinion, I think something's missing.
Oh!
In my opinion, I think that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy. The little red-haired girl dropped her pencil. There was teeth marks all over it. She knew it was her pencil? She's human. It hasn't been such a bad day after all.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
So we hope you enjoyed the show. I did enjoy both performances. We have two casts today. This is the first cast. We have Sally Venera and Stacy. My Linus is sitting in the audience.
Yeah, Linus.
Rio.
Yeah, Rio.
Snoopy. Lucy. And I have one of the most important people are the lights and sound. Movie. So, Lily, come. We have Evo here to do in the lights, the sound that she had to go. And yeah, you did it now. Lucy, really Lucy. So yes. And by the way, Lily is my teacher assistant too. She's been helping out with the production with the middle schoolers. And I have Leah doing a beautiful job. Let's give another round of applause. Miss Nelson, do you want to say something and then introduce Miss Carrie Ann? Yeah, why not? Miss Nelson!
Thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you from the Arts Festival till now. I love the theater coming back to life. Thank you to Ms. Rodriguez. Thank you so much for giving your time endlessly to reviving our space. Ms. Cooper, thank you each and every day for all that you do, not only in the space, but for everything else that we have here in the school. So thank you guys for reviving it. Ms. Carrion will be our new theater teacher for next year. We've been missing a theater teacher for a little bit, so if you'd like to come on over, I think you're going to do a makeup demo.
I am. Okay.